Remember, New Orleans has got a new offensive coordinator, Klint Kubiak. The style of offense that he runs, Dallas has notoriously struggled with.
Does anybody like New Orleans in this game?
Anybody?
The answer is no.
All right, I'll do what ESPN and Fox won't do and talk about the Saints. And 90% of the conversation will involve the Cowboys this week and how their defense is still awful, but not about how the Saints switched offense coordinators, added some pieces, Willie Gay Jr., an underrated signing, Chase Young showing improvement from years past. Kool-Aid McKinstry is also a guy who stepped up big time in his game, Roll Tide by the way. And there are two guys on this team who are still excellent players. The Honey Badger is still excellent. Health is his main concern right now. And there are other things that are going on with this Saints team that many Saints fans know better than I do, but what I do know is, and what is the most important conversation to have right now, is how Alvin Kamara is still one of the best playmakers in the game. Derek Carr is having an impressive stretch after many wanted to write him off last year, and now the question is, can the Saints keep up this momentum throughout the regular season? And this is after many experts have the Saints in the top of the round looking for a new QB when the season is over. Now, they still might, but the main thing to take away from this game is that the Saints can be good. They beat down the Panthers, which wasn't much of a surprise, but coming into this game, they were 6.5-point underdogs, and coming into this game, the Cowboys had won 16 straight at home. Nobody thought the Saints were going to put a whooping on the Cowboys like they did. The defense was great. The offense was on another level. Alvin Kamara had 5 TDs, and what makes this even crazier is the fact that the Saints did not punt the ball until 9 minutes and 43 seconds were left in the fourth quarter. That is a crazy thing to think about. They literally dominated the Cowboys up front on both offense and defense, and I think this team deserves another look, especially in a division which includes my favorite QB story in Baker Mayfield, who has overcome adversity and is now balling out with Tampa Bay. Can Derek Carr maintain this level of play for the Saints and become the next QB to leave a situation where he was not wanted anymore to become the guy that franchise trusts moving forward? He did have one mistake with an interception in his game, but he was excellent for the majority of it. And before we get into any talk about the game, we have to talk about the new offense coordinator, Klint Kubiak, who has this offense clicking on all cylinders. Last year, the Saints offense did not look good at all. Players are being put in positions to succeed, and it is clear throughout these first 2 games. And when you talk about players, we have to talk about the maturation and the consistency of a few guys here. Chris Olave, 4 catches for 81 yards with an average of 20 yards per catch in this game. A guy who is coming into his 3rd year in the NFL out of Ohio State. He will potentially make another jump this season. Rashid Shaheed, 4 receptions, 96 yards with an average of 24 yards per catch. A speedster which was on display today. Alvin Kamara, 20 carries, 115 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 2 receiving touchdowns, and as soon as you think this guy is going to start regressing in his game, he continues to show that he is one of the best in the game. Now look at this stat and the company that he is in. Alvin Kamara has 2 career games with 4+ scrimmage TDs. The only running backs in NFL history with more are Hall of Famer Jim Brown, Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk, Hall of Famer LaDainian Thompson, Hall of Famer Jim Taylor, and Sean Alexander. That is some fantastic company to be in. And if this offense continues to shine the way that they have, the firing of Pete Carmichael is going to look like more and more of a $1 million move. Carmichael had been with the Saints for the past 18 seasons, spending the last 15 as offense coordinator, but it looks like it was time for a change. And I saw this graphic pop up, which was interesting, but I don't know if I'll go that far yet, but it is interesting if you are a Saints fan to see that comparison to your Super Bowl winning team. Look, we're going to recap this game and give more thoughts about the Saints and the Cowboys throughout this video. But before we do that, make sure that you guys like, comment, and also subscribe to the channel. We're on the way to 2,500 and we're only a few off. So with that, let's get into this video. All right, so the beginning of this game looked good for both teams for about 10 minutes. Alvin Kamara would start us off with a 5-yard run right here, and then Brandon Arby would hit a 52-yard field goal. The score is now 7-3. That was until we realized that the Cowboys could not get into the end zone early, and the Saints would carve up this defense for explosive play after explosive play. In the next possession, we would see a 70-yard bomb to Rashid Shaheed, but still, even with that, it is not looking too bad for Dallas, as they would get another field goal to make it 14-6. But the glaring issue here for Dallas is the Saints defense just would not let them get into the end zone, and that is a fantastic job by this Saints defense for bending but not breaking early. Then Mr. Showtime himself, Alvin Kamara, would score again with a 57-yard touchdown catch from Derek Carr. The Cowboys would finally answer the call with a touchdown pass to CD. The defenders were in position, but bad angles and a risky jump on the ball led to this touchdown. And after that touchdown, it would get very, very chaotic. Now, listen to what I'm about to say. We're going to summarize this game very quickly for you guys. Alvin Kamara, an exchange of the ball from Derek Carr to Dak Prescott, then Derek Carr, finally some points by Dallas, but it would be a kick, another kick, Alvin again. In the fourth, we would see Dak do Dak things with another interception, this one in double coverage. The game is already over, but the Saints would get one more field goal, and I usually go into more depth with my recaps, but when I saw and witnessed this whooping, there was no need. Just know the defense and the offense looked good, and Dallas, contrary to popular belief, looked bad on both sides of the ball. I don't want to hear, well, Dak played good, but if one touchdown and 2 picks are good to you, then you take that how you may. The offense looked slow besides a lucky long pass by CD, so stop. The Saints are simply a better team. The Cowboys have some good players, but the depth is a huge question mark here, especially on the defensive side of the ball. The Saints dominated up front, and it was nothing the Cowboys could do. But let's see exactly what the people think. Pull number tweet right here, Dallas Cowboys defense today. Yeah, it looked pretty bad. It looked just like that. Here we go with another one. Cowboys fans 2 weeks in right now. I'll be punching my TV too if my team looked that bad. No, I'm lying. I wouldn't. It's not that serious. Come on, man. Anyways, we have this guy right here, and watch the spelling. I'm gonna kind of put it in my own words. How about them Cowboys? I'm sure many fans feel bad Dallas got their butt kicked at home. Then the Cowboys $260 million QB at Dak Prescott throwing 2 INTs. Did Michael Parsons take day off today? Did he take the day off or not? I don't know. We were looking for Michael Parsons. We didn't necessarily see him, but at the end of the day, I still believe in Michael Parsons. But when you don't have that much depth and a team can focus solely on you, it's hard for you to do what you do, and it's just that simple, and we saw that today. Just smashed my TV in front of 30 guests at my party. I don't believe that, but okay, because the Cowboys are getting whooped. My wife just took our my wife just took our crying kids and said they're all spending the week at a hotel. This has ruined my life and my party. I can't handle this anymore. Goodbye, Dallas. I'm no longer a fan. This guy. All right, look, we know that this is a troll. Ain't no way someone is going to do this, but at the same time, it's still funny. It's still funny. And if somehow, some way, this is true, my guy, you need to get your priorities straight. The Cowboys ain't worth it. All right, we got this right here. Always next week, Cowboys fans. Just checking to see if y'all still them boys. Are they still them boys? I don't know. Oh, here we go, one more. So many people are saying the Cowboys D sucked or idiots blaming Dak, but have people considered the possibility that maybe, just maybe, the Saints are good at football again? Well, you know, all of this could be true in one. The Saints can be back, and the Cowboys simply could not be that good. I think we can say that confidently, that 2 things could possibly be true. And I said it earlier in the video, we need to see more. The Cowboys can learn from this and grow and be better. The Saints may tumble over and not be as good later. We don't know. But what we do know is today, on this day, the Cowboys got whooped. That's what we know. We know that for a fact, and it's not going to change. It is cemented in history. But at the end of the day, I think this tweet right here is more true than anything else I've seen so far. So listen to this last one. I said the last one was the last one, but this is the last one. The Saints aren't performing like this for national media. They're performing like this for us, New Orleans. That's it. they know we have their backs and that we will always support. I do agree with that. I'm gonna tell you something about New Orleans. Now, people of New Orleans are gonna come out one way or another. Now, they may be on Beale Street sometimes. They may party a good bit. They may have hand grenades and hurricanes on the street, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you what they can do. They can cook good food and they love sports. I know that about New Orleans. I've been there plenty of times. I don't stay too far from it, and it is a fantastic sports city. Now, they do get hit with a lot of unfortunate things. We know they have in the past. I think a storm just came through there. I forgot the name of the hurricane, but either way, at the end of the day, they gonna come out and support. I gotta give it to them. But my overall thoughts and opinions about this game can easily be summarized by saying this. The Cowboys look like the same team that they had last year, and they really did not make them many moves in the offseason other than signing CD back, signing Dak back. What else have they done that is going to make a huge difference? They have brought back a running back that was there before in Ezekiel Elliott, and they hope that some of their young players decide to step up. You look at a guy like Rico Dowdle, who I like. I think he's going to be pretty good, but at the end of the day, what else has the Cowboys really did that is going to make a significant difference? The difference is here, though, the Saints are a team that had all those young guys last year who are now improving. Can the Cowboys do the same? I don't know. It looks like the same team. And for the Saints, look, this is one game. Make sure you continue to show people why a lot of people are now saying the Saints are back. Do I believe they are? I think so, but consistency is key. But I hope so I can go to New Orleans and see what that be like again. Right now, the Saints have a collection of guys that are balling, that are hungry, that really want to prove that they can not only become a better team, which it looks like they already have, but a team that can win the division and then ultimately win a playoff game and potentially contend for a Super Bowl. This defense and this offense looks just that good. I just don't want to get too excited about one game. But right now, if this team plays like they have been, it's going to be hard in the NFC. Nobody seen this team coming. And look, wouldn't it be something for New Orleans to be in the Super Bowl in New Orleans? Look, we are a while away from that, but that's a wild thing to think about. And shout out to Dennis Allen. I didn't even mention him throughout this video. A guy, correct me if I'm wrong, was on the hot seat last year. He has his team playing hard. You have to give it to him right now. Saints fans, let me know how you feel about him. But Cowboys, don't feel too bad. My team got whooped today too by the non-Jordan Love having Packers. And my QB had 3 INTs. So I'm sad too. And with that, like, comment, and also subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.